Welcome to the SFL, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode number 3 already, if you can believe that. This week, what we want to talk about is the upcoming season in the SFL and the players and how we think that they are going to do. What we are doing to put this thing together is we've divided the SFL up into groups. The first group is the Mark Kearns group, the second group is the Stephen Kearns group, the third group is the Brian Kearns group, and then the fourth group is the Sisters group, which consists of Louise and Ellen and Rosemary's families. So, that being said, Commissioner 2, how do you think the Mark Kearns group is going to do this year, and who are those members?
Okay, just to tell people, we did these ahead of time, separately, so that our lists are not influenced by the other, okay? And I came up in the Mark group, Mark first, then Ozzy, Dom, Dylan, Sean, and Childers. And I did that because Mark actually has been strong. Matter of fact, in the second half, he was in 4th place. And I think Dylan's going to have a little bit of a tail off from both winning the championship. He's going to have a letdown, but also he just got married, and I think he's going to be focused on that. Sean also is down a little bit. And Ozzy and Dom were very good up there. Ozzy was in 8th place, actually 4th place overall. Dom was 7th place. Mark was 6th overall. So actually, the Mark Kearns group is very strong.
Yeah. What I did a little bit different than you. Because of Ozzy's strong showing last year, I'm picking him as a top tier member in the Mark Kearns group. And then followed by Dom, who had a very good year last year as well. He ended up at 7th overall. And then Dylan, Dylan, I don't agree with Brian's assessment of marriage being the downturn of your SFL career. I just think you just got to fall off because you're having a fall off, just like Tiger Woods had a fall off,
that was marriage related, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
they want different kinds.
Let's not go there.
All right.
Okay, then I have Mark after Dylan, and then I have Sean after Mark, and then Chilla's unfortunately bringing up the rear. Did you have him at the rear too?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Chilla's,
I don't want to say anything about his rear, but I think that he has kind of been weak over the
14th. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, but the last year he was 27th.
In 2009, the year before that.
I think he had, I don't want to go back too far, but let's keep going.
Okay,
I'm going to let you go first on your own group, the Stephen group.
Yeah, my group, and we forgot to put the stupid thing on here. So we'll do it now, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so the next group is the Stephen Kearns group, and I have, and this is really out of the clear blue sky, but Wellesley, who is marrying Cabri Kearns next year sometime. We haven't got the date yet. He's an Australian. He
hasn't watched a football game in his life. Well, is that correct, sir?
I don't know about that, Brian. I know he's.
Why'd you put him up there? You kissing Capri's butt there?
Well,
I know you pay her on the other end, but when you're at the bottom, all right? Keep going.
Anyway, so I got Wellesley number 1. Then Shannon. Shannon had a great year last year, obviously.
That's because you're shitless of Jim Shannon. Go ahead.
And I got Ryan. Ryan and Shannon did so well last year. I mean, they're very, very, very good players. And then Michael Ebert. I put him up there, number 4. We'll see. He's a very, very knowledgeable fan. He's a friend of Devin's from down in Nashville.
He's from Massachusetts, big Patriots fan, big sports fan.
Then I got my buddy Jim Manzi after Michael. Who had a pretty good year last year. Jim, where did Jim end up? Number 12. Not a bad year, just a little bit out of the top 10. And then I got Nick Wood, who is Shannon's boyfriend, and he's a big Baltimore fan, and so we'll see.
Baltimore, what team is that?
Ravens.
Okay.
And then Cabri, you're after Nick, and then I'm last. I'm picking myself for last because I had such a terrible year last year. So Cabri, at least I'm picking you above me. So
he got himself covered there.
Okay.
All right, I'm going with Ryan. I mean, you never mentioned last week that he was actually the Chris Yule Rookie of the Year.
That's right.
He almost won it all. He Joe, I think, was the only rookie to win it all in his rookie year, but Ryan
almost won it. Almost won it. Very good job last year. Yeah.
And he had a plan. He had a system, and I see no reason why that system won't work again. I then went with Mike Abear because I think he's a strong football fan.
Yeah.
Jim Manzi, I think he's due. He's been in it a while now. I think he's ready.
Yeah.
Wellesley, I did kind of go. I mean, I think to me a sports fan is a sports fan.
That's right. I think he's got good instincts.
And so then I went with Nick on that because of the same thing. Nick's a sports fan. He's new. Then I went with Shannon and Capri. Sorry, Shannon. I'm thinking of a little bit of a letdown because I know how upset you were. I think you're going to lose your concentration. And then of course Stephen last, just to cover the girls because I don't think that would have been acceptable. Okay, on the Team Brian, I'll start on Team Brian.
Go ahead.
Ooh, Team Brian. John Moynihan almost won the Futility Award, but I think he's due to come back. So I put myself first, by the way, because I ended up in 5th place and in 3rd in the second half. So I think I'm really on the way up. John M., then Bill. Bill, I don't know what's going on with Bill. And then Peter and Tim, my Verizon buddies are basically they're strike bound. They're in strike duty, so who knows? Okay, so what did you have?
I went back with Bill because Bill had an extreme fall off last year. I can't believe 4-time champion is going to fall off 2 years in a row. So I'm going back to Bill, and then John M. Of course. They're very strong players, and then Brian. Brian thinks he's going to.
Is that only because you can't put me ahead of Peter?
That's right.
Team Brian's on the down low here, all right?
And then Peter and Tim after that. So we'll see how
So go with Team Davidson.
Yeah.
Team Davidson.
All right. So I'm going to go Team Davidson and going Francine number 1, and then David Applesheimer number 2, Patrick Tay will be number 3. And then I have Becky number 4, and Natalie 5, and Luke 6. I mean, Luke, the only reason I'm picking that low, buddy, is because sometimes you have trouble getting your picks in. So get those picks in, you might shoot up to the.
All right, I also went Francine number 1. Francine is a comer also. I mean, Francine is due. Not only due within her group, but due in general. She's always near the top anyway. And Patrick Tay, I expect big things from Patrick Tay. Almost got the Futility Award, but he did win a week. But he's a big sports fan, so I'm expecting more from him. David, I think, is always strong. And then Natalie, I'm going to say from, this is probably going to sound sexist, but from the Patrick Tay influence. Luke, and then Becky, I think you're going to have a drop-off being in England. So
I forgot about that. Yeah, but I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe she'll get into the spirit of it with the riots and everything.
The hooligans.
The hooligans. All right. Anyway, all right. So now we're into the sisters.
Well, Rosemary, the Cheevers.
Yeah, the Cheevers.
You're throwing Ellen in this group, right?
I'm not throwing Ellen in this group. She's part of the group. Okay, she's a sister, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, she's also a sister of Louise's.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, well. Okay. All right, so this is the Ellen and Rosemary group, and Rosemary, of course, is not a player, but she's the mother of many of the players in this group. Okay, or grandmother. All right, but I have number 1, Charlie. Charlie, I'm looking for big things. Charlie's been very consistent the number of years he's been in the league. He's been 3 years now. He's done a very good job. Then next would be Dale, who ended up being 8th last year. Had a great year, and Dale, I'm looking forward to you having a good year. Then Ellen, who's obviously always a good player. Glenn S. Glenn, I'm hoping you're going to challenge your brother and pull yourself up by the bootstraps there a little bit. Joe C. after that. Then Bo. I know Bo has had some difficulties, got the Futility Award this year, but Bo, I think you're a better player than that. I expect bigger things. Then you have Ed Cheever after that. Ed, I know you're a new player, but you listen to ESPN, you know the games and stuff, so I'm expecting some good things. And then Joe G, who had a fantastic first half last year, followed by his wife Julie after that. Then Mary, Mary Sylvia after that, and then John G, and then Patrick G, and then Nancy Bateman after that. Nancy, I don't mean to diss you, but first year player.
Unknown quantity?
Unknown quantity.
Unknown quantity.
Sorry.
All right. I have a little bit different, although I have Gale #1 because of his finish last year, and I think that he's really ready to show what he's got. Charlie, though, I kind of agree with you. Charlie's a consistent player, has always been up there. Then I went with Joe C. I mean, Joe C, has got a championship under his belt, and he's been there in the past. Then Ellen. Then Julie. Julie's always been a player, and I don't know what happened to her last year. Mary, I have faith in the Sylvia family, so I went with Mary there. Then I went in with Ed. I think Ed's a player, and it's going to be interesting to see how Ed does, and I put him up there. Then Glenn, Sylvia. Glenn, I only have you at this point kind of in the middle because I think you're overcommitted. I think you have to give more time to the SFL. Then John G. John G. actually has been playing pretty solid also, and he ended up, although he ended up 19th, in the second half he was 7th, so he was coming on. Then I have Nancy Bateman. I'm actually giving her some kudos there, and didn't put her last. I think she's, watches the games and watches the ESPN too. Then Patrick G. I think you're going to have a little bit of a tail off. And then finally, Joe G. only because you tailed off so much last year. And then Bo. Sorry, Bo. Another futility award. Stephen, who's your overall winner?
Overall winner this year, I'm thinking of Francine Epplesheimer is going to be the overall winner. She's been really, really consistent throughout the years. I think she's going to break to the top this year. Who you got?
Mark Kearns.
Whoa!
Another Kearns on the he's due.
That's a shocker. That's a shocker.
Mark.
All right, guys. I'm going to go. I think we're over the time limit that we need to be. So
go, Mark.
go, Mac.
Mac.